little bit about the Danish apple cake. The reason why I love the Danish apple cake is because it's a family tradition. It's been something that's been passed down from generation to generation. As a kid, I remember coming over to my grandfather's house on Christmas or the New Year, and somebody would bring it. It's a fast and easy recipe that is no fuss, no mess. That's my motto for this cake because it's just great. It's a hit at any holiday party or even a birthday or a get-together. You can't go wrong with it. The reason why I also love it is it's fast. 25 minutes, you're done. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the cake. So let's start off with what we're going to need. We're going to need a clear dish, some whisks, some mixing bowls, spoons and plates to serve, and then a large frying pan to cook with. As for the ingredients, we need applesauce, graham crackers, sugar, which is optional. If you get the unsweetened applesauce, I would definitely recommend adding sugar. It just kind of adds and cuts the bitterness. Butter, heavy cream, and vanilla, which are also optional. If you choose to make your own whipped cream, that's where the heavy cream and vanilla comes in. If you choose to use Cool Whip, it tastes the same. My grandfather actually told me, he's like, Cool Whip actually tastes better on it. He said his mom never even bothered making it either. So now let me show you. So now that you guys know which ingredients, let's talk about how to combine them. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to turn on your stove. In a frying pan, I suggest that you start letting the butter melt. For this, I used 2 blocks of butter. So 2 sticks of butter in a frying pan on medium to high, but you do want to watch it. You don't want to let it burn. For a little extra flavor, I do add cinnamon. So on the frying pan, you want to let it until it kind of melts a little like this. This is with added cinnamon. While that's normally on the stove, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come over to your graham crackers. For this, I used 3 packs of graham crackers, so you want to go ahead and make sure they're finely rolled out. You don't want them to be chunky. You would rather it be pretty fine. The reason for this is it creates better layers. Now, if you do leave it a little bit chunky, I will say it kind of almost tastes like you have almost like an apple crumb. It's kind of based on preference, but for me, I personally like them fine. It just gives it more of a nice, even layering. So after you notice that your butter is melted, let's take a look. The butter is melted, so now you're going to take these graham crackers and you're going to pour them into your frying pan. And from here, you're just going to kind of shake it around, let that kind of settle in. You can also take your spoon to kind of mix everything together. You want it to be brown and golden. You don't want any of the graham crackers to be crackery, I guess you could say. You want everything to be buttery. Once you mix the butter, you'll get something that looks like this. This is the base layer of your cake. So in between each layer of your cake, which we'll get into, will be this. So once you get a nice golden crisp, you're ready to start your layering. Let's take a look at the layers. With the layers, you always start with the graham cracker. So you have your graham cracker placed nice and fine. You can see here that we already started. We have 1 layer of graham cracker, 1 layer of applesauce, and 1 layer of graham cracker. So the next layer here is going to be applesauce. We already have our graham cracker down. So you're going to take the applesauce and you're going to finely smooth this out. You don't need a lot. You just need a couple spoonfuls of it, just to give it that nice balanced layer. It's honestly fairly simple. The key to layering is just to keep it very consistent. You want to have the same amount everywhere throughout the cake. That's kind of what gives it the prettier look when it comes to this cake. It's all about the layering. All right, next step we have here is back to our graham crackers. When it comes to layering, I typically do like 3 or 4 layers. You could do as many as you want. It also depends on the dish. If the dish is thicker, you could do more layers. But again, with the graham crackers, you don't need a lot. You just kind of want to add that extra layer. So for this one, this will be the top layer of the cake. Let me just move some of this out of the way so you guys can see. If you can notice, the layers are building up. And I'll come closer so you guys can see it. We kind of just want to smooth it out nice and even. Give it the nice crisp finish. So if you take a look, you could see where it started, and then you can also see the applesauce in between. Now this last step, I definitely wouldn't recommend doing right now. So when you're ready to serve, the whipped cream is last. So I would take it and I would just kind of add it to the little piece that I'm getting ready to serve. And then you have your apple cake. Again, the reason why I love this cake is it was a family tradition, a recipe passed down generation to generation. It's easy, no mess, easy to clean up, and whenever you need to, it's a go-to cake. Thank you.